And Golden State wins the tip. These teams put on a show. No Contavious Caldwell-Pope or Brandon Ingram either. As Jones dips inside and powers it down.
Over the last couple of years, you watch the work he puts in without getting any time. Before every game with the coaches, he's got incredible athleticism.
Stevenson lays it in. Did play in 15 games for the Warriors last season, but spent most of his time in the G League as Curry buries a three.
Boy, he's flat shooting it right now. He's been incredible.
This preseason, Steph, Klay Thompson, and Durant have all shot it well as Ball responds with a three himself. Lonzo Ball saying that it's been easier to fire from deep as Thompson hits the long two. Stan, a nice addition to the ESPN broadcast team.
Great addition.
Curry will take the mid-range and hit last year's Steph Curry #1. Nice look inside from Thompson as Jones wedges it in, plus the foul.
Willingness to mix it up, so just a little pick and roll. Really nice job to put the pass right where it needs to be. Court said he's played 2-on-2. We saw that in video footage, but also 3-on-3. I'm fascinated by a lot of what happens with this team. Nice move by Kuzma. Gordon Bell and Kevon Looney, both very good passers from the post position. And keep in mind, DeMarcus Cousins, as Klay gets going, DeMarcus Cousins a season ago.
That three goes down and a welcome sign as Steve Mikhailuk hits.
What about the pace last night? It's one of the fastest games we've ever seen. So fun. Nice pass, Draymond. That's the question for me is, obviously that doesn't happen too often.
Curry connects. Warriors run. Lob to the rim and Jones oops the alley.
Keeping this team into the pace. Look left. Pass to Mr. Jones.
LeBron James, you're going to get those chances. Curry the lob and Jones another.
How about the lob? Screen. He's just stringing out that post defender who comes out to help. Look, so he occupies Zubac until he can get the ball.
Bonga using his length high off the window, and that's something Luke Walton told us has stood out about Isaac Bonga. It over from the minor league camp.
Yes.
Curry connects on another three. His fourth of the quarter. He has 16 points. Preseason as the players adjust to either a new rule or in this case just a point of emphasis for an existing rule. Zubac gets denied emphatically as if Williams.
Tell you what, he had the real hook the first time. That time sort of a semi-hook.
Knock it down. Long rebound taken by L.A. And Bell comes up with the block, but then the follow. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Williams, another hook, drops. And probably compete at a higher level than people are projecting at this point. And Looney lays it in.
Two big physical defenders. How much does LeBron James play with that particular unit?
And the other thing that'll be interesting to see, Doris, is how big of a leap do those developing core players take with LeBron James there to elevate them?
Well, that young man who just made isn't every player's greatest fear the memes?
I think in today's day and age, McGee flings it in. It's like, would you rather be dunked on?
And it'll blow your mind.
There was a lot of time and research that went into making that piece. As McGee hits the three from the corner. Wanted to do was shoot threes, and that's exactly what transpired. You see McGee hit the three, and immediately Luke Walton then pointed down to Steve Kerr and said, I told you we were going to get him one. Would always want to shoot threes. So he said, if he hits the three tonight, I'm going to immediately go and hug him. And that's what Steve Kerr did.
He sure did. See, they play differently. They want to play at a fast tempo, but they're not looking necessarily as Clay gets that three. That is just such pretty form, isn't it?
And there were moments in the second half of the season where he was clearly performing at a slower pace than the way he began the year last year.
Yeah.
Has 5 All-Stars from the previous year. Cousins, one of them. That jumper looks smooth from Mikhailuk.
Relax him a little bit.
Jones cleaning up inside again. Mikhailuk on the take. Curls it in beautifully.
You see what I mean? There's more to his game. Multiple weeks to start the season.
Thompson hits another. 14 in the quarter for Thompson, 21 for the game. Those were always the whispers.
Yeah.
By the way, Steph Curry played that whole first quarter as Evans lays it in. Where in rhythm connects up. Both these teams want to push the pace. Last year, Lakers finished second in pace, Warriors fifth. Gorgeous speed from Ball underneath.
He's not ducking the fact that he didn't shoot a high percentage. He's just like, I got to get better, period.
Williams able to finish through the rip job of Green and an and one opportunity. So we have an update on Stephen Curry. He's under the weather, not feeling well, and his return is doubtful in San Jose. Knowing Curry and how cognizant he is of those kind of things, you may have nailed it.
Yeah, exactly. He said.
Nice down court feed. Ball spins into a bunny. Couldn't flip it in the first time. Does the second.
That's the size that we talk about.
Shot clock down to 2. McGee able to bank it in.
Nice.
Kuzma, the righty hammer.
I'll tell you what, the defender got a hand on the basketball lineup.
You deadpan that nicely, though. Kuzma again, and he's hot in his third. 16 points now for the game. Cook hits the jumper. Of focus and crispness, and has made a conscious effort not to talk about how difficult the road could be. Kuzma catching fire, connecting on a 3.
Back-to-back nice plays by Lonzo Ball.
Cook cans a 3. Santa Cruz being the G League affiliate of the Warriors. Williams dropped it, picked it up, put it in.
Boy, he's got a knack for scoring. They can get their defense to a respectable place. I think Jokic is buying into the importance of that into the floor as Bell gets a jumper to go. There's just a lot of good teams in the West. I just see them more 6 to 8.
Mikhailuk lays it in. He's played some nice minutes.
Around them, or you think they're going to play high enough level defense?
I think, the versatility and athleticism of the new pieces definitely help. Mikhailuk gets another.
These are a lot of good teams. I'll tell you what. That prefix dinner was expensive. Let's have a friendly wager.
All right.
You're saying 4 and 5? Everybody knows he grew up in L.A. He talked in our past about when the UCLA incredible winning streak ended, he cried. There's another back cut which will really please him.
Yeah. Livingston, he can elevate so quickly.
Their first instinct was, where's LeBron? Like Ingram looked him off. Ooh.
Bonga hammers it down.
That was enough to get the entire bench up off the
eyes. Laughing, and he's like, why is pleonasm? I don't know what that word means. What is that word on the board?
I've never heard of the word.
Never heard of the word.
Jeff Van Gundy say is, and Mark Jackson would reiterate this, is nice shot by Ware.
And his passion and focus right now. As that drop for Ware. The entire Lakers bench is on his feet.
or agree to join us at the table. I'll tell you. Go ahead, Ware.
Does it get back into the arms of Ware? Underneath, Zubac puts it down with two hands.
Do you see what I mean about speed, though, right?
Their bench has been essentially on the floor during it. Ware? He got enough. Catch and shoot three. Drops in for McKinney. This crowd's still very engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Was that young quarterback bursting on the scene before he got hurt? Now Mahomes. Williams puts it in. Up to dance, and he's going to have a lot to compete with there.
No doubt.
Right now he gets to just chill with mom. Another nice bucket.
The luxury to have enough players to go ahead through and win a lot of games without him.
Zubac stuffs it down. Zubac's able to force it in.
But Quinn Cook is playing hard.
Zubac is not going to put it up. He will dribble it out, and that will do it. The preseason is done for LeBron James and the Lakers, as well as Steve Kerr and his Warriors.